I'm gonna start off this beat by using this sound inside Keyscape, and it's in the all piano section, and it's an LA Custom C7 Indie. The reason I'm gonna use this piano is because most of Nipsey Hussle's beats, like not most, but when every time he uses like a nice piano, it's always really bright. This piano tends to be super bright. So in that case, we're just gonna use this compared to like a soft piano. It's not gonna sound as bright for this one. So sound selection is kind of important with this one. Don't just use any piano. You want to use something that sounds very bright and that'll get that sound that you want. So let's go ahead and record something in the BPM 89. I'll be in the key of E minor, but I'm gonna start in the key of C. These tutorials been helping you so far. Just give me a thumbs up or something. Just hit the like button and say, yeah, they've been helping out, especially with the keys, because, you know, I don't see a lot of producers using or just showing you guys the keyboard progression process. I feel like they show you mainly like just clicking stuff in. I'm gonna play this chord progression right here. I'm gonna start in C, but like I said, we're gonna be playing in the key of E minor, but we start in C. It goes like this. And the trick to this is mixing some major chords with minor chords. So we do a major chord, start off C major 7, then we go to D major 7, and then we go to E minor 7. And then we could even do this chord right here. There's an E sus chord right here. So basically I mix the minor with major. You know, we're in the key of E minor. Technically this F sharp is in the scale. So yeah, so this is what we're gonna play in the key of 89. And I don't want to do like an even number. It's better to do an odd number just to give it more swing. In my opinion, I feel like it does have more swing sometimes when you have that odd number. Let's just get it and let's see what happens. Alright, cool. Let's see. I'm not gonna quantize this yet. I am gonna line some to the grid though. If I quantize this, it's just gonna sound too robotic. Like it's just gonna sound stale. So I don't think you should ever quantize these type of beats because they have so much swing in them. But let's see how it sounds like this. Hey, that little grace note, that's gonna make a huge difference. You do want some notes to hit the grid though. Like if all of it is off, then maybe switch a couple here. All of them to be completely off either. I think we'll be good right there. Let's see how it sounds like this. It sounds a little bit too much like latency, too delayed on some of these notes. Let's bring them in closer. This one maybe could be in. I feel like these could be quantized. That's way better. These should be a little bit off the grid here. There we go. These are gonna bug me later, so I'm gonna just fix them now. It's just super important you get this type of bounce from the beginning already. There we go. Nice and bright sound. I'm gonna EQ some of the low end just a little bit. Hey. I do want to add a compression, so I'm gonna go for a Slate Digital FX. This is a plugin I don't use often, but I want to use the compression from this. Yes. A little bit of reverb, not too much from the plugin. There we go. Nice. And that will do it for our first instrument. Okay, so for my second instrument, I'm gonna use string sound inside Analog Labs. So this is Arteria's plugin, and I found this very sharp string sound, and it sounds like this. It's like sharp, but at the same time, it's very subtle. It stands out a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to record this one in, and then try to complement it with another one. Let's get it. Okay, now let's quantize this. Kind of gives it like an eerie sound, kind of feel like a little bit dark, you know, that type of feel, like, I don't know, just like a very eerie sound. I'm gonna EQ this a bit. I'm gonna leave that one like that, and I'm gonna match this one, kind of something similar to this, but I'm gonna go back into Analog Lab, and I'm gonna use this other string sound I found. First one from the string section is called Air String 1. And this one sounds a little bit sharper and louder. just to give it a more of like that more ambient. I don't know the word for it. It's just gonna make it sound a little bit more full in my opinion, but it's just gonna give it more ambience for sure. So let's try to record this in same keys. All right, let's record this over. I'm gonna play this melody slightly different just for the sake of the sound. So just bear with me and let's see what comes out of it. Let's go. Okay, now that I got that in, let's EQ this real quick. Just add a compressor to this one. The sound is distorting just a tiny bit, and I think it's because the timbre is a little too high. It's a lot better. And we're just gonna lower this volume a little bit. It's a little too rough. And I do want it to distort a bit, so here we go. I did add a little bit of the flanger mix. It's not flanger, it's either flanger or flanger. Correct me in the comments. I think it's flanger. But just to make it sound more warped. That's all it really does. And I'm gonna pan this to the right, 8, and the other string to the left, -10. And definitely the piano at the end, I might give it more body because we're now sounding a little bit empty. Maybe just give it some right here. Something like that. I could go in here and just put a lower octave on every single note. So I'm gonna put another note here, the transition, and so on. Then I'm just gonna keep putting some more like maybe notes down here, just to give it a little bit more of a bass feel for the piano. So I want to sound too empty. Now it sounds a little bit more full. And we'll just leave it like that for now. For my fourth instrument, I want to add a lead sound. So I found a nice lead sound inside Korg Triton, and it's called Old Portamento. And I'm gonna give it a star because it sounds really nice and lush like this. And I want to add this to like the melody that I'm playing already. I know this is definitely gonna stand out a little bit more. It's gonna make it more West Coast type of vibe. So let's just try to add this in and see what happens. Here we go. I'm gonna try to dabble and just freestyle a little bit. Here we go. Kind of like that. Let's go. That little roll at the end goes crazy, bro. So I just got to make it a little bit longer, I think. There we go. Sounding pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Go inside Korg Triton, and then let's add some reverb in here. We got some delay or some reverb here, reverb hall. Let's see what that is. I do like the reverb a little bit, but I prefer to add my own reverb. So let's go inside Valhalla Vintage Verb. And now let's add an EQ. We can't let it just be all obnoxious like that. Cool. My fifth instrument that I'm going to add is these vocal chops here that I brought up from this vocal bundle that I've had for a while. It's crazy because I'm in between two vocal samples and I might just implement both of them, but at the same time I don't want to. So this is the first vocal sample right here. And it goes good with the melody. I mean, it's obviously not on tempo, but I chopped it up either way. And there's the second one right here. But I would definitely mess with it like. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and play both of them, record both of them, and just see which one's the best one. Sometimes the thought process is just, you know, it's just how it is. Let's just get it with the first one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just play this one through, no chops really. So let's just record this one in. That should be lined up pretty good. Okay, let's mute this up, and now let's go for the second one. Let's see which one sounds better. Let's go. I think the first one sounds more natural already, so I think I'm gonna just leave it. Yeah, I think we'll just go with that. Number 1 is the winner. Let's just EQ this a little bit. And let's add a nice reverb to this. Let's go to Universal Audio. Go to Reverb Pro. Sounds very natural. And I am going to add like an RC20 here because I do want it to sound kind of vintage. We do some of the mix and distortion. Almost creates most of our sample. All right, so let's go ahead and add the drums. The drums are going to be very important because it's like a very different, authentic style of drums. So we got to look for some more different type of snares. I'm going to just go for like a natural sounding snare. But it kind of has like a clap type of feel, like this one right here. So let's just try to see if we got this in. And everything I'm going to play today is going to be on MIDI. So everything's going to be MIDI, nothing sequence, no step sequence or none of that. Give it some bounce. I'm not gonna quantize anything yet. I don't think I am at all, actually. Now let's look for some nice hi-hats that will sound pretty good. The game, this sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this as I feel it with the hi-hats. I might change the hi-hats later, but for now let's just go for this one. Let's just quantize this a bit. And not really feeling those hi-hats. Alright, I'm gonna play the hi-hats straight through right here. So just some like simple hi-hats just all the way through. Here we go. Let me quantize this, and I'm gonna make them swing a bit, strength to like maybe 55. And I do want some different hi-hats for this. Let me try. Eventually I do want to switch some hi-hats around. Try these again. In Logic, I don't know what other DAW has this, but you can actually highlight everything, put the swing all the way to 100 and adjust the swing as you go. So in case you're making like some boom bap beats, you want them to be slightly off the grid, you could do that. Now it's like coming off the grid a bit. It just gives the beat way more swing than it would be if it was just regular, just hi-hats going through. I honestly think these hi-hats win. Game 7. Let's just EQ them a little bit, bring them up a little bit. All right, now let's just see if we got a kick. This will be a nasty kick. It has to be a super nasty kick. Maybe this one could work, actually. I got this nice kick right here. Prada kick. It sounds like it has a nice punch to it with a hi-hat to it. Like, it just sounds perfect for this type of beat. With this, you want to really make it swing. It's not your typical, let's see, let's play the melody. You really got to get in here and just feel it. For sure. It's like super, not hip hop, super boom bap. I don't know why I said that. I sound like that 70s lady that.
What this is with hip hop is everything's down low.
70s hip hop routines for working out. Here we go. I kind of want to quantize, but at the same time, I don't. I'm going to do the same thing with the swing. Hey, it's still swinging. But before I add the bass, I do want to give like the snare some reverb. And I do want to give like the hi-hat some reverb as well. I should have just created a bus, honestly. It's all this reverb I'm adding. This creates the ambience because it just sounds so dry right now. Hey, I just want to start rapping right now, bro. Just start spitting some. Just a little bit more reverb on these hi-hats. Something super important, make sure the velocity is turned up for all the kicks. So I'm gonna highlight all these and just go up. Not different velocities for the kick, we don't want that. The last thing we gotta add is a nice bass. This bass sounds nice and luscious. Okay, so for the sub bass, I'm just gonna go ahead, just trying to freestyle a little bit here. All right, here we go. Then this thing is distorting just a tiny little bit, not clean. Obviously, it's not mixed yet, but still bugs me a little bit. I feel like I could have done something so much better to the bass, but we'll leave this one for like one take. Then we'll just do another recording right here the second time. Let's see what we could come up with. That sounds way better. I like that high pitched D right here. Just boom, octave up with a D, and then that's good for like to just drop again, you know, like just sounds good. And I do want to add this one effect that I saw, well, that I have. I think I have a sound kit original. The only thing with this is that it's not in the right key, so I gotta find what key it's in. There it goes. That's probably the only effect that I'm probably gonna add to this whole beat, to be honest. Pretty much after that effect, I think that's all the effects I'm gonna add to this beat, because it already has so much going on with the melody and stuff. It doesn't really use too many percussion instruments, to be honest. So let's add this in, rearrange the beat, and let's hear the final beat in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Bless those keys, the RMC.
you're at the deep end of this video, this one's not like an R&B tutorial or whatever, but I just want to appreciate everybody that's saying deep end. I hear you guys. I heard you guys in the last video. There was so many people commenting deep end, and I love to talk about everything till the deep end. So I am working on a free kit that I could just bring out, and it's an R&B kit. It's going to be absolutely free. So look forward to that in the next couple of videos. I don't know yet when it's going to come out, but I hear you. But anyways, if you're at the deep end of this video, comment deep end. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Anyways, until next time, stay blessed and stay positive. Peace.